Now, the Shareplay alpha test, I was lucky enough to get access to actually stream on Shareplay. Now, if you don't know, Shareplay is a new site coming up. Go ahead and switch over to here. So Shareplay is a new home that is going to be going for content creators that have this. It's a nice cozy atmosphere, I should say, where the video player is very good. I have not really had any issues coming up. It's still in alpha testing, I should say closed alpha testing at this moment of recording. So a lot of things are still coming up that are in testing or haven't been actually fully implemented that you don't have access to, which is a shame because I would have liked to use the clipping feature if that was available at the time I was running the test last week. Unfortunately, it was not. And all sorts of other things that are like the store page. It should say store label. I don't know what exactly is going to be entitled to be included in a store page. Everything is no information on it right now, so I have no way of knowing exactly what's going on there. But yeah, it's a live streaming service. Think of it as like an alternative to Twitch, which a lot of places like Trovo, Glimish at the time was an alternative. Rest in peace. Mixer at the time, another rest in peace. This seems like a reoccurring theme here for certain aspects of these live streaming services. But I do see that Shareplay does have a leg into the game. They have their foot in the door because they're doing things a lot better, in my personal opinion, than other places where unfortunately it's annoyingly so that they have not opened up the beta to a lot more people, but I can understand the reasoning for them to do this is that they don't want to go rushing into things and having things break and having, let's say 100 to 2 let's say two anywhere from 100 to 1,000 people streaming to the site all at once, and it completely crashes and burns within 30 seconds of everyone hitting it. So I can see how they want to keep things that they can control and increase it slowly over time to eventually that they can open it up to much more people coming in. So as you can see here, they have a section here called live play. Is what they usually do. That is on Fridays. They usually have people coming in, or they have scheduled people to stream at least 2 hours on their stream to bring their community in and showcase the experience of watching a stream on Shareplay. They also had the same concept on Wednesdays as well. This whole week, actually I should say the whole month so far, is that they have scheduled at least several people per week to stream on the service. That's why I was part of this past week. You can stream up to 10 hours, which was more than ample enough time because that was what, let's say 2 hours for 5 days a week or 3 hours for 4 days. You can split it up however you want it. It's as long as it's around the 10-hour mark, up to 10 hours for that 1 week between Monday and Monday. So that's what I did. I did a little mixture of the content I did. And the experience doing it, unfortunately, I did not have access to the dashboard. All they gave me is the RTP server and the streaming key. There's no dashboard that you can look into, which I'm hoping eventually down the road when they start opening things up for more and more people, is that it has a way that you can easily schedule out a stream, title it, give it a category beforehand of actually streaming. Because what it was is I had to start my stream and then have to change the title, the game category, and put any relevant tags into it. So it'd be nice to have that prior to going live. So it's just one of those things that I'm confident in saying that it's going to be within a dashboard. Of course, you don't have any access to analytics, so you don't know how many people came in, what was the churn rate, and all sorts of stuff. The nice thing is that you do have access to a monetization from the start, at least for alpha testing right now. There is talks of a partner program for Shareplay, but again, information about that is not publicly known. I don't have any information to leak or anything like that because Shareplay likes to keep things close to the vest. there is that. So I hope with like we get analytics, we get different kind of monetization options. Because right now they have, when you look at the site or a live stream channel on the bottom here, let me actually go into my channel here real quick. Of course, there's nothing playing, but if let's say I was live, your video player is right here. On the bottom, there is a row of different icons with a different what's called play coins that you can purchase for real world money. Now, what they could do, think of them as Twitch bits. So this has that connotation that you can purchase, you can exchange real world money for digital coins that you can then give to your content creators of choice. You can give 100 here, 100 to another one, another 100 over here if you spent $5. So that concept is the same as it is for other places like Twitch. But what the nice, really cool feature that they have here is that if you do click on one of the guys here, and the thing is that the first one is at 500 coins, which is around $5. So you're sending $5. It's like a lower third that plays with some animation. The little icon guy, he moves, does some animation stuff like that, and it's up there for about 8 seconds or so, which is a great thing. It's a nice gamification that hasn't gone as so far as like places like Trovo has. It's nice to have. And also, it doesn't corrupt your live stream because it's an overlay on top of the video player. So what you're sending and what clips and stuff like that will eventually come out. This is just me assuming things, is that clips won't have those animations on because it's clipping the actual video feed, not what you're seeing. I can only assume that's going to happen. I could be completely wrong, and it does include. That's okay. To giving your thoughts and opinions and like criticism or anything like that, because they want to make it as best as they can without going as so far as other places have, which we've all seen. And if you've been following the channel and the blog, is I've written and talked about Trovo's over gamification system almost ad nauseum. I've stopped even talking about it as such. But the issue is it's still there and it's continuing to get even more confusing. But I would like to see, Shareplay not fall into that trap, which is quite easy to do because, hey, as a company, you want to make money. And providing a live streaming service is expensive and you got to figure out ways to make that money. I gave him some ideas. I posted out a blog post today, actually. Yeah, today. Everything's starting to come a blur, but hey, it is what it is, right? But they can add monetization options where you have different tiers. You have, of course, your normal streamers. I don't think there's going to be like an affiliate status or anything like that. It's going to be normal streamers, and then you have your partner streamers should get a set of perks that the other tier does not get, like the customization for those Playcoin animation things at the bottom. They should get hopefully they go about this, a better sub revenue. Because, they're going to start with, I believe they're going to start with a 50-50 cut, which, okay, I'll give them a pass on this because they're a new service. It's a small team. They don't have a backing of a multi-billion-dollar company. So 50-50 in this instance is okay. Let's just get that out of the way. It's okay. What was it? Okay, talked about the share coins or play coins, better sub revenue split, longer clip storage. I don't know if they're going to be doing any kind of like VOD storage, but because the storage of video files is again another expense. If they want to go that route, okay. Keeping clips and stuff, that's a given. That means that's something that they can work towards. As a smaller file, it's not as big as, let's say, like a 5 gig 2-hour stream. Because normally if you're at like 1080p, that's a 5 gig stream or 5 gig file size for 2 hours, roughly. Also transcoding. I know we've had this discussion plenty of times in the past about the reason why Twitch doesn't do transcoding because it's expensive, but other places like YouTube, um, Trovo at the beginning had the capability, but they pulled it back for certain tiers. Who else also has transcoding available? I think Facebook has it, but we really don't talk about Facebook all much because it's Facebook and they've given up on the live streaming aspect of their site. So I can see with transcoding is you get a perk. Hey, you can. Everyone else streams at 720. Partners have the capability of 1080, maybe even 4K, and 720 option as well, which a lot of people will complain about. But again, we have to think about Shareplay is a small company. They don't have the backing of Big Daddy Bezos, Amazon. So their budget is very tiny. So we got to think about these different things before we start saying, oh, we need all this stuff and you promise us the world and you're not giving it to us. And all sorts of stuff like that. So that's just the basic stuff I can think of off the top of my head that they can give to a partner streamer the capability to make it as an incentive for people to become partners and to push out the service to more potential viewers, because ultimately that's what makes a live streaming service profitable and successful, is having a lot of viewers. We saw this with the case of Glimish. Glimish had several, let's just say, just many streamers, but the problem was that they didn't have the viewership to sustain the site for many number of months or years. So that's eventually why I think that's the main reason why, oh, I should say one of the main reason why that Glimish failed. So I like to see more viewers than actual creators on Shareplay, because we don't want another Glimish situation here or another Brime or any kind of other failed startup. Because ultimately, if you don't have the viewers, no one wants to stream here. It's a simple fact. You can give millions of dollars to your streamer. If there's nobody watching, it's just why even bother? Yeah, it's easy money, but I know that case is not going to come up, but still, it's just something to think about, is that we need to actually have more viewers for these startup places and services to even think about the longevity within. Are they still going to be around in 5 years or less? So that's the main thing that Shareplay actually has to work on, is getting the promotion out there, getting word of mouth out there, having the loyal. That's just something that one of the big things I think that they have to contend with is with the viewership, not just make a pretty product, which is a nice, great thing, because like I said, the video feed was really not bad. It was very crisp. It was very clear. Streaming at 1080p, source strength. And yeah, that's pretty much it with Shareplay. So if you have anything that you would like to comment about Shareplay, do leave a comment down below on this video. Also check out the other videos on the channel here that are pop up somewhere. And I'll see you next time.